Hey guys, how's it going? It's Heather the Crochet Witch. Okay, so I lost what I was doing for like the first second. This is the movie Marquee challenge that I am doing with Sandy from Crochet Canada. My mind is just already again. That's like every video this month, like this whole month apparently. I thought it was just a week or two, but nope, the whole month just anyway. Week 4 of the April challenge. I'm with it. I think I'm actually with it now. If you've never joined us for this challenge, it is running the whole year. It is monthly challenge. We are drawing movies, taking turns. Sandy 1 month, me another month, Sandy 1 month, me another month. April is my month. And we are doing a project based on the colors of the movie poster for for the movie poster that goes with the movie that we've picked. Sandy's picking movies at random out of her cute little Canada hat that she has. I have a cauldron, a little mini cauldron that I've been picking out of. And yeah, fun has been had so far. We have linked down below. We have our Facebook groups that we are inviting all of you guys to join along in. Originally, it was blankets, and then we opened it up to projects. My words are failing me. It's like my brain thinks one thing and it just doesn't make it to my mouth. Like half the words are gone. We opened it up so that everybody can join along and post in our Facebook groups. We beg you, ask you, plead with you to join along and join the fun because we have both been really loving looking at everybody's makes. I have been deciding to stick to blankets along the way. Sandy has been venturing into other things. This month she's doing a really cool wall hanging inspired by the movie that I've picked. There's been, some people are making a square per month, and then I'm assuming going to join it together to make a whole blanket. Somebody's making little doll blankets for like doll beds per month. I don't think there's been any amigurumis. Yes, there has been this month. In fact, there has been an amigurumi-ish, item made. I don't want to just say what it was yet, since I haven't even talked about the movie yet, but, there has been. I would call it amigurumi. I'm not sure, judging by the picture, if the body was stuffed or if it's just flat, but it's cool anyway. It's cool. You'd have to see it on the Facebook groups though. Well, she probably put it in her videos too. I would imagine. I haven't watched yet, but I would imagine. Okay. Anyway, let me shut up and talk about the movies. So this month, the movie that I picked was The Black Widow. I will put up the movie poster right here for you so you can see the movie colors, from the poster that we've been drawing for inspiration. For inspiration. See what I'm saying? Like most of the words make it to my mouth, but not all of them. I promise I can English, but I am not doing it well tonight. Anyway. So yeah, there's been, not the most vibrant colors in this one, but there are colors in it. If you really look closely, there are colors. There's not just the red and white, even just the reds. There's different tones of reds. There's whites, blacks, and different grays that are in it. The different characters have like Scarlett Johansson's hair. She has red hair, but then it's obviously not like red like in the colors of red. It's like the orangish color. Yelena is blonde hair, so there's a golden color. David Harbour has got brown hair and a brown beard as the Red Guardian. There's clouds that have a gray color with a blue undertone coming from the airplanes, I think. There's jets or something like that. There's different little colors if you really look at it, if you really do. So you can get pretty creative with it, honestly. So that being said, there's your poster. And if you don't like the movie, by the way, or if you don't like the poster choices, the color choices, and you want to do a different one, feel free to use your own movie and just draw some inspiration from it. And you could just post the movie poster maybe that you've used with it along with your project if you want. So we can just see like, oh, they've used this as an inspiration. And that's so cool because I could see this or that. Like, just because it's just something fun, you know. That being said, what I am doing this year is trying to draw from my collection and pick things that I've already got on hand to go along with whatever posters Sandy's chosen or I've chosen. I didn't choose my posters with that in mind, so I have been equally struggling between hers and mine to find things that match. I just kind of at the last minute was like, you know what? I'm not buying anything for this. I'm going to do what I can, you know, so I'm doing my best here. I may end up, who knows, I may end up having to. We'll see. But so far, so good. Knock on wood. But so far, so good. I have just done from my collection. And doing blankets. I think I already said that. And what I did for this month, I could not resist. And the reason that this movie, frankly, was put into my draw was, if you've been around, you know how much I am in love with Stranger Things. And what does that have to do with this, you ask? What is the degree of separation? David Harbour, who's also my favorite actor, I would say safely, is David Harbour. There's some pretty close runner-ups, but he's definitely my celebrity crush. And he plays the Red Guardian. He's on the cover, so you can see who he is. And even if you haven't seen the movie, you can see him there. In fact, I tend to call this movie the Red Guardian now instead of the Black Widow, because that's, you know, me being dumb. But I drew more from like his costume and his everything, because it's on the cover. It counts. That's my blanket. I'm going to do what I want. So I had found, and I will link it below. I have linked it below in this month's videos, but I have found a paid for pattern. I believe it's on Ravelry for a star granny square. And I made that white instead of the different rainbow colors that the blanket in the pattern was made by. And I had the only white yarn that I had was like one skein left of a red heart with love, and I used that. So I made this white star granny square, and then I did like a overlaying. I just slip stitched is what I did, black, and I still have a bunch of red heart with love black, so I just used that. And then this red, which I didn't bring in, I have a little like this much left of it was from a Hobby Lobby sale, but it's got different reds in it, if the camera's showing that. So I used 5 or 6 balls in total of this. And that's the outsides of the granny squares, obviously, as you can see. And I had decided to make just a small blanket. I think I made 18 or 20 of these, whatever it had ended up being. And then I was like, you know what? I know I am challenging myself to use not only my own yarn, but also to make blankets that are smaller this year instead of just all the giant ones that I feel that I need to make like queen and king size blankets all the time. But this one I'm most definitely going to be keeping also because it's my David Harbour Red Guardian blanket. And I, at the time that I made these, had 2, I think, of the reds left over. And if I didn't say, it's an I Love This Yarn print. I think it was called Crimson Swirls, if I remember right. It's from the sale. I have a lot of the different, like over the few years that I've been doing the Hobby Lobby sales, I have a lot of the different sale, like clearance sale ones. And this was one of them. So I used it up. And so I made solid ones to match, just solid granny squares to match it. So I did checkerboard the white squares, and I will also put up a picture to show you. It ended up being quite long, and I did the continuous join, which I also have linked. I have my tutorial link down below. There are a couple other ones out there also if mine doesn't resonate with you that well, but mine is linked down below. I swear by this join. I love it. If you've been around my channel since that video was made, for sure, you'll know that's just about all I use is this or some variation of it. But this is the continuous join done. And this is why I love it. As you can see, it is flat on both sides. There are no ridges. And to get this, there's no sewing. You still just crochet everything together. It's magic. I love it so much. I don't ever want to use any other kind of joining ever. So, in fact, the only blanket that I've ever used not a continuous join on since I learned how to do this was last year's Stranger Summer Mal. I made a reproduction of Hopper's cabin blanket, and since I wanted it to be true to form or whatever, true to the movie, true to the show, I mean, I sewed it together so that there was no middle part here. And since then, if you watched last month's movie Marquee challenge, I figured out how to join them together as you go. So I'm thinking about making another Hopper blanket that's a join as you go version and not sewn together, because I also wanted to do, you know how when you make granny squares that are different colors, I'm sorry, I'm getting off on a bit of a tangent, but you know how you make, say, the middle one color and then one color and then one color. Sometimes they do a little bit of a turn and it's a little odd and you can flip it back and forth to not have it that way. I didn't flip it. So when they're sewn together, they look just a little off. I want to correct that, and I have just enough of those colors left over to make another blanket. So I think I'm going to do that, and instead of sew it together, do the continuous join as you go. I think I'm going to do that. Anyway, not the point of this video, but I wanted to share that because I'm very excited about it. Upcoming. So yeah, it ended up being pretty long, and I wanted to make sure, like, it's pretty wide too. I mean, obviously it covers just, two of the squares plus a little extra cover me, and it's 5 wide, I should say. But I made a pretty thick border out of the same yarn. I think this is 1, 2, 3. It's 4 rows of just double crochet, to make it pretty thick. So it's thicker than this join right here. And this is in Joann's Big Twist Sparkle. That's what I'm looking for. And it's one of the gray colors. You see the sparkle in it? And yeah, that's the basicness of this blanket. And I'm proud of myself for making sure all the stars were the right side up. I was really afraid I would get all done with this and then be like, oh no, the middle star is upside down. But yeah, that's everything about this blanket. So in a couple of days, actually today will be Friday that I put this out, which will make it, I think, the 29th. I believe Sunday might be the day that we find out the new movie that Sandy's going to draw and let us know. So I will have another video out with my reaction to it, and maybe even a future plan, or a plan for future blanket ideas for it. And so you can hear the announcement and get your thoughts together on it. And yeah, so make sure that you head over to Sandy's channel, because she will reveal it when she draws, and you can see her finished project. And that wall hanging is gorgeous, so definitely go over there and check it out. And yeah, make sure you subscribe and like and share and do all the things, because Sandy's amazing and you will definitely love her. And hopefully you like this one, and check out our Facebook groups and all that good fun stuff. And yeah, I'm gonna end this and stop babbling. So, all right, I will catch you guys very soon. I love you. Bye, guys.